Seatbelts?
Yeah, seatbelt, safety first.
Hard to believe how heavy that thing is. That's why we bale them. See that kernel? Cow will come in there and eat that.
What?
You'll bed the cows down with these, they'll lay on them, then they'll see a kernel and they'll just reach over and make like a bed and breakfast. It's like a bed and breakfast. Hey guys, welcome back to the farm. Hey, the landscape changed a little bit. We're in Austin, Texas. We're at a John Deere training facility. We've been invited to check out their new round baler. It weaves as you bale. They're gonna let us in it to run it, to try it out. 6R 195 tractor and a 561R baler. It's got a swivel hitch on it. Moving back and forth, picking up the windrow, baling corn stalks out here. You ever see my brother when he's baling, he's weaving in and out of them windrows. Trying to, see it's weaving right now, trying to fill that pickup so you have a nice square bale. Well, Deere's come up with a baler to do it for you. Now they got it hooked to a tractor. It's got auto path turn automation and the whole get-go. And we're gonna get a chance to get in it and do it. But they're baling the corn stalks, and on the monitor, they figured out how he can weigh each bale as it's getting kicked out and the moisture on it. And a lot of you guys that bale corn stalks, bale straw, you know that it gets sold by the ton. So the weight of that is extremely important. Also, it tells you how many bales. Now the guidance lines they're using it on this corn because the guidance lines were put on with the corn planter and they were ran with the combine. And now this tractor and baler are using the same guidance lines.
Along with the baler, and I can kind of talk through
Efficiency, okay? We're at 0, and now I'm going to look back and watch and ensure that it's feeding correctly. When I'm looking at the display, I'm looking at for the blue color is for it's active, right? So I'm looking for gate, speed, and weave are all active. I'm going to glance down here and see auto track turn automation is active, and then I've got my green auto track. I'm looking,
and it's gonna weave on its own.
It's gonna weave on its own. So right now you can see on here, it's filling the right-hand side, which is why the baler's on the left. We're gonna probably see it move to the left-hand side in a second.
Oh, and it weaves when it senses that it needs to weave.
Correct. So one thing that also Weave Automation does, it has what's called a following mode. So you'll notice on our headland turns, this is where the baler is gonna turn like in concert with the turning of the tires. So that way, if you didn't have it, when you're taking on a headland, you're coming in that pass, you're turning for the pickup, right? You want to make sure that pickup is square. With this, I don't need to do that because it follows the contour of the tractor. That's following.
That's nice. Auto turn automation.
Auto track turn automation.
Okay. Yep. Turning at 6.6 mile an hour. That's pretty big. That's a wide turn, though.
Yep.
Nice and smooth.
Yep. And depending upon your headland distance, like if I was in a field, I've probably identified around 60 feet is probably about as narrow a headland I can do. But if you have, like this was just kind of combined in an interesting fashion where we've got like 240-foot headlands down here and 180 down here. So we were just dialing in how much do we need to make our turns.
Yeah, mine must be 40 feet.
Yep.
I turn at like 4 miles an hour.
Yep. Just so now we're getting our moisture. I figured with the dew that came on, so our moisture sensor saying I have it set at a threshold where it beeps at me if it's above 20. So it said, hey, we're at
just for a second there.
Yep, just
it's at 15 right now.
Now we're back down, and so now you can see we're in light stuff again. Like I said, we might bulldoze this when we get to some heavier stuff. So there it's back up to 25.
Yep.
And then we're gonna weigh every bale. So that weigh icon means that we're weighing every bale. So that's how I get my maps, right? If I want the agronomic yield maps, I gotta weigh every bale because I don't want to give you anything less complete, because you want to make the most informed decisions as you can. So we're gonna weigh every bale. That does take a little bit more time to weigh on your gate cycle time. If you're in a hurry, the rain's coming, you want to go, we can easily turn that off.
Okay.
If you want to know directionally, like I don't want to weigh every bale, but I don't want to weigh 0 bales. And here we can change and we can weigh every 15.
Yeah, for an average.
Just an average. Just say, hey, I'm shooting for, these will probably be around 1,000, anywhere from 950 to 1,100 pounds. We might get a little bit higher if we get to some heavier moisture, but they'll probably be in that range. and then it stopped at 68.
Stopping automatically.
So it stopped automatically at 68. We got a little bit of heavier crop as it came back in there, which is why we climbed. So it's wrapping right now. We've got about 2.5 wraps that we're putting on. And then once you'll hear the beep, it's gonna automatically eject. And now I mentioned it's gonna open the gate about 3 degrees, and you'll feel a little, like, wait for it. There's the bale drop.
Okay.
Right?
It's already weighed and everything.
Weighed and everything.
1,047.
Yep. So gate's closing once they get the green light.
Oh, okay. Now we're back going.
We're back going.
And there's
this side. Is
there's the
bumpy.
bale remover.
Yep, there's the bale remover. This one is bumpy down here, so we are gonna.
There's the bale we just popped out. Looks like a nice little nugget. Another bale.
And then it's gonna wrap it right there again. That 2.5 wraps.
All right, getting close on a bale. Stop.
Stop for us.
All right, it's weighing it right now.
Yep.
Man, it takes a split second for it to weigh. It doesn't take long at all. Doors shutting.
Once you get the green light, just
Yeah, kick the bale out, doors shutting. Not hit the pedal.
Yep. Yep.
Look at it weave.
And now you can X out of that screen and we can watch what's going on here.
Bale again.
And once
It's wrapping right now.
And once it weighs, you'll see the color populate there.
Now it's weighing it. Well, it takes a split second.
It's
It's probably already kicking it out right now.
And see,
Yep.
there it populates the moisture. So that last bale that we had was 1,400 pounds, right? We can tell our moisture's at 21. That's why we got a green map there, because my legend I changed accordingly. So now, and then now hit your resume switch there.
So that was 1,100 pounds, 21% moisture.
Yep.
And it's 10:25 in the morning, so it's getting drier. We don't normally bale this early. That's why it's, but yeah, that's good.
And there we can see our turn coming up here, and then
The old swivel hitch.
yeah, yeah,
Swivel hitch.
yep,
They came out last year.
yep, 25.
And
Now we got our turn here, our skip and fill
I'll
turn
dial
here.
it down here, slow it down with this. All right, we're idle down, we're in park, we're dismounting. Seat belt off. We're out. All right, guys, so now I'm getting in a brand new 6M. This is not even on the market yet. Getting ready to go into production to move some bales. 66R loader. Getting in the cab, putting our seat belts on. Start producing these in September.
Yep.
You can order them.
Yep, these are all orderable right now. This is like a model year 27 pre-production machine. So it has some of the new features from model year 27, but
Okay, we're gonna use it to move these bales. There's that baler again, 561R. And what's it equipped with again?
bale weave automation.
I want to get the terminology correct. Bale weave automation.
So the overall solution is a hands-free baling, but it has bale weave automation, speed automation, and gate automation.
Yeah.
And they're using the auto track lines to navigate which line to be on.
Yep, he's doing turn automation and cut. Yeah, he's using the combine lines.
Yep.
That were laid down by the planter. And we're gonna drop this bale right in here. He's just explaining there's 3 ways to throttle this up. Manually.
Yep.
And then you got a toggle switch there.
Yep.
Right here, right?
So that would be your speed accelerator. So that would control your speed.
Oh,
so,
that's for speed.
Yep. So we're in full auto mode right now with the transmission. And so since we're in full auto mode, if I adjust the speed control, it'll reduce my speed, but also downshift me automatically.
Oh, okay.
So as I reduce my speed, it automatically will either downshift or upshift depending on what speed I want to go.
And you got these program where he can control the remotes with these buttons opposed to just a joystick.
Yep.
which we're going to try here in a second. But this has got the left-hand reverser. A lot of different ways to get this thing to go forward and back.
There's three different ways. Yep. I could use my left-hand reverser. I can use a left gate, or since this is a Command X Plus, there's actually an activation button on the back side of this handle that I can use just to use the activation button and go straight ahead with it.
A lot of information, but once you're running a little bit, it comes second nature.
Yep,
It's pretty...
It's like a rental car. Once you get into a rental car and drive it for a little bit, you get used to some of the settings.
Using that joystick, backing out. All right, guys, we're in the seat. We're gonna do a left gate to get it moving.
There you go.
Control our speed with this on my thumb, or we can use the gas pedal. My joystick. I might have to pump my seat up.
Nope, stop. Brake. Switch, yep.
What do we do?
That's all right.
What do we do? I couldn't even see that damn thing. What do they do? Automatically do that?
You're good. You're all right. So on the loader joystick, so if you pull back on the joystick, it raises it up, or you can lower it down.
Okay.
And then
Did it automatically do it?
it may have. If you go too far, it goes to what we call a detent, and it goes the full range. You're all right. You're all right. Didn't hurt anything.
I broke them things off before. I actually just buried that spear in the dirt. Once we got it out, we'll turn that camera around when we go to spear a bale. You guys know I'm used to using skid steers and not a front end tractor, but I do like the reach on it. You know, a skid steer, that bale is right in your face.
Yep.
This is 15 feet ahead. We're gonna raise this seat up so I can see what the heck's going on. I want to be able to see that spear. That's good.
Good.
Left-hand reverser, get it going. I see a bale in sight.
And if you push forward a little bit, it'll go down a little bit for you.
Closing in, guys. Pick it up. Left-hand reverser. Curl it up a little bit. Good hang of this. 6 miles an hour. Getting in position. This is some beautiful land. Not a lot of trees in this area. A lot of sky. Yeah, here's your joystick. We're just gonna lower that down a little bit. You don't want to go too low. We'll bust the bale. Slow. These tractors are nice. You slow down, it automatically changes gears for you. Closing in on the target. I like to use that left-hand reverser. Down. Out of here. See how I kind of smashed them together. That's how we do it at home. Keep the road tight.
Yep, it's that easy.
Got a little gully here. It's like a drain, you know? Yeah, all that water. Uphill. One's on a slight angle. Could be tricky. Hard telling. Scoop it. Put a long spear on there. Long spear. Barely in it. Closing in. Where's she at? Oh, there we go. Well, get out of it. Alright guys, we're going against protocol here. Alright,
Yep, that works.
Yeah, you want to change your gear, you just bump shift it a little bit. Got her in park, seatbelt off. So guys, you got to see us in the 6R John Deere 195 with the new 5621R with the swivel hitch. And you've seen us in the bale mover. Guys, back home, way back up here in Michigan on the family dairy farm. Hey, I want to thank John Deere for having us out. I hope you enjoyed that. If you're interested, more info on the tractor or the hands-free baler, I'll leave a link in the description below. It was a fun trip. One thing I'll add before we sign off is when they gave us some instruction before we went out to the field and got in the tractors, there was a guy that baled like 1,000 of them cornstalk bales a day. Big producer. And like he said, he used to bale them when he was younger all by hand, and as he's gotten, you know, better and more years and more efficient, he started using the auto track, and he started using the swivel baler. And he said by the end of the day, you know, you're gonna get fatigued, you're gonna start to slip up a little bit, but using all that new technology, that's the one thing that stuff doesn't waver. It stays consistent the whole day, and you're a heck of a lot less tired. So on that note, guys, take care. And my big Red Bull, he's still hanging on. Hot up here still. It was hot down there. Take care. See you in the next video. God bless.